Today we have another one of those cars that at this minute in time is extremely difficult to get your hands on. This is a 2022 on a 72 registration Land Rover Defender 110 and it's an XS edition. Now you cannot order an XS edition with this engine at this minute in time. It is not available on Land Rover's website. So a completely unique proposition here in front of us. This car has done 20 miles from new, so it is delivery mileage. It is brand new. It's got its original full tank of fuel, and it's finished in this amazing silicon silver. Now, silicon silver is usually a color that you see very often on Range Rovers. I don't believe I've seen another Defender on the road today finished in silicon silver. You know, there's lots of Eiger greys, there's lots of Kaikoura stones, lots of Pangea greens. Those are the main new Defender colors. I think this looks glorious in this color scheme, especially complemented with the full black pack that the car has got. Now, the engine it's running is a D250. It's a 3-litre, 250 horsepower diesel unit. It's Land Rover's new Ingenium range of engines, so it's a straight 6, turbocharged with mild hybrid capability, so it has got a lot of sort of electric energy recovery systems in there, so a really modern, economical, up-to-date Euro 6 engine. And the car itself just sits beautifully. I think always helped for me, this car, on top of it being an XS edition, has the side steps, the fixed side steps. I think that always helps a Defender's presence on the road, even just sitting static like this one is today. And it's got some lovely color coding elsewhere on the car, which we'll show you. But let's start, because the XS has got so many features that we kind of need to get on with it, get you around the car so you can see how brilliant this car is. So we'll start at the front. You've got the 3D surround camera system that the car has. It's an amazing system. It is standard on an XS edition, but worth pointing out. And they beautifully hide the front camera there in the front section of this mid grille, which I think is really, really nice. And then these lower grills, all reinforced plastics with metal behind them, designed to be hardy because it is a Defender. The black pack is everywhere. Most commonly seen at the front, though, is in these sort of cutouts for the front headlights, those iconic Land Rover grip sections on the bonnet, which carry over from the original Land Rover Defender, the mirror caps, the side grills. The car's got the lovely feature, which is the extended black roof rails up there as well. They're finished in gloss black, and as I said at the beginning, they really help break up this silicon silver paintwork. And that paintwork continues nicely here to some color coding on the arches. So most people leave these in plain plastic. You have to pay to have them all color coded like this. And I really, as I say, this car is beautiful. For me, it's one of the most beautiful new Defenders that I have seen. And obviously it always helps when a car is brand new. You always have that new car feel about it. You've got these amazing 20-inch sort of multi-spoke alloy wheels. They're actually one of my more favored Defender wheel. They have obviously the main one that you see is a 5-spoke wheel. I actually think this is a really delicate, really classy wheel. It's diamond cut on the face, and then on the inserts here it is all metallic grey. A really beautiful looking wheel actually, and you've got the Scorpion, Pirelli Scorpion all-season tyres on this car, not the off-road Wrangler tyres. So a really lovely all-season usable road tyre, no tyre noise. This car is super composed on the road. Obviously, having done 20 miles, it is delivery mileage, so we haven't personally driven this car. It was collected in a trailer. However, I have driven loads of them. I've owned one myself. I'm an enormous fan of the new Defender itself, so I know how they drive, and my one had these tyres, so hence where that information came from. So we'll look inside, look at this amazing interior. Again, brand new. Defender XS edition. Comes with full leather, so a really unusual feature because the early cars, they all had sort of a half sort of robusta material as well as sort of half leather, and these actually now look beautiful with a full leather interior. Massively adjustable seats as well, and we'll go through some of the bigger features. And then as we shut this door, you're going to see here again another nice feature of the XS edition is blind spot monitoring. So hopefully you can just see that little cut out in the mirror there, which obviously highlights red and orange when someone is in your blind spot on the motorway. Privacy glass to the rear windows, the rear boot window, and obviously this, again, when I say it, this iconic, infamous little skylight, which Land Rover, as far as I'm aware, Land Rover spent a huge amount of time and money developing this car's strength to make sure they could carry over that skylight from the old model. We'll run into the back of the car as well. Hopefully the cameraman can come past me. Again, a huge amount of room being a Defender. These are an amazing family car if you do want to use them. I think that's the amazing sort of adjustment that the new Defender made. They are that refined that you can use them as an everyday family car very, very easily, but they also still have that amazing Land Rover durability, which is what they are known for. So if we come into the back, the car has also been fitted with the pet access system. So it's a lovely optional extra. This is a cost feature. So again, all completely brand new, never used, but you've got this twin lined quilted interior section for the boot. Obviously this all can be removed. And then you've got a double, as I say, a double section here. This is all reversible on the bottom, so it's quilted on the bottom. This grippy section on the top, so if you do have dogs and you don't want them sliding around in the back there. You've got an amazing access ramp here as well. Comes out of the bag, extends over here, and then obviously allows your pet to get in and out of the car. And then you've got the portable wash system. Now the portable wash system doesn't specifically need to be used for pets. You could use it for your wellies, your dirty trainers, whatever. It's actually just a really, really cool extra feature to have. And then obviously the classic, everyone's aware of these by now with these new Defenders. The parcel shelf is all removable and it's just a section that sits in there. But what it does do is if you ever load the boot heavily, instead of a solid parcel shelf, it allows that extra flex. They're on sort of bungee style connectors, so you can always load a bit more and still keep it hidden in the boot. A really, really nice touch from Land Rover. The car has also been fitted with a deployable tow bar, which if I press this button here, here we go. So if you have a look, it's an electrically deployable tow bar, which will now come down from the back of the car. Again, as you can imagine, completely and utterly brand new. A really, really nice feature, not a detachable one, not a difficult thing to do, simply the press of a button and you can hook up. We'll come down the driver's side now as well, and we'll go through some more features inside the car. Again, just whilst you're coming down the side, you can see those beautiful lines of this car. And I'll jump in and I'll run you through the door card first. So just bring it closer to me so I can sort of reach and display some of the nice stuff that's on it. Memory function for the driver's seat. There is also memory function for the front passenger seat as well, which is lovely. Folding, electrically heated and adjustable mirrors, and then obviously 4 electric windows. And then down here you'll see the brilliant Meridian sound system. Sometimes when they put Meridian in some of the Jaguar Land Rover cars, it's a little sort of unimpressive. You're expecting more. In the Defender, they got it right. It's a brilliant sound system in this car. It really adds to just an overall package that is brilliant. And I keep saying that because I am such a fan of these cars. So we'll move on to some of the amazing XS features that you get inside, the technology that comes as standard on an XS. So we'll start with the seats that I'm sat in now. Because they're full leather, they have the capability to be heated and cooled. So heated and ventilated seats. So if I turn that seat control to the left, I've got a ventilated cooled seat. If I turn it to the right, I've got a heated seat, which is amazing. Heated steering wheel, as you can see there, while we're on the topic of warming things up. Heated steering wheel. You've got your cruise control and your lane keep assist functions all on the right hand side of the steering wheel. All of your telephone functions and your infotainment screen in front of you, which is on the digital cockpit, that's all on the left hand side of the steering wheel. And these are absolutely stunning. They are adorned in a lovely smooth leather. It's a really lovely steering wheel to hold, and I don't know if these are metal or it's just a lovely reinforced plastic, but it's a really cool, robust feeling steering wheel. A really nice thing to hold, lovely, comfortable car to drive. Automatic headlights, and I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning, but the car has matrix LED lights. So they're the adaptive, the highest grade light that Land Rover do. It's an adaptive headlight with high beam assist, and obviously will block traffic out as it's coming towards you and then lift the beam again. State-of-the-art technology. Then if you look above me, I've got an electric power opening panoramic roof. So if I press that button, it'll tilt and then it will slide open. And it's a big roof in these cars, so you're going to get a huge amount of air and light in, which is fabulous. And then we'll go back to the infotainment system in front of me here and run you through the controls. Everything you'd imagine. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and then some brilliant Land Rover features for a Defender: slope assist to tell you what sort of angle the car is at if you're off-road, a compass, a built-in compass, you can change the differentials, and then again another feature of it being an XS edition, the wade sensor comes standard. So that sonar system that lets you know how deep in a puddle or how deep in a water area that you are, so you don't flood the car, all built in as standard on an XS edition. If I go to the cameras, the car has the 3D surround camera system that we were discussing earlier. It's a brilliant feature. You can work your way around the car any which way you want with this amazing augmented view. It's brilliant, really, really wonderful, especially if you're stuck in an area. It gives you a great sight of the car. And then if we lift up, you're going to see the clear sight rear view camera. That's sat in the top of the little wing that's on the roof of the car, and it allows, if you have a boot full of items and you can't see out your rear view mirror, you can't see out the rear view window, you can flick the little switch here and it will take that camera to the mirror here and you have a much better sight out the back of the car. Really lovely safety feature. Going down to the center console, they keep coming. Wireless phone charger down in there. Again, that is an optional extra on nearly all Defenders, but on the XS edition, these things come as standard. So it's so fully loaded, this car. You've got your fridge compartment down there, which beautifully lights up when you press the fridge with 2 settings, as you can see. And then cubby holes everywhere. That is one thing that when I owned one of these, I really picked up on. I've never been in a car with more storage. You have storage behind the sat-nav screen. You have storage all in this section over here with the grab handles. You've got a big storage section underneath here, through between the 2 front seats. You have cup holders under here, and this very cleverly slides and sits under there. It's got its own cutout section under there, so when you're not using it and you want the cup holders, that doesn't sit loose in the car and rattle around. Obviously, your main Land Rover features for your off-roading systems, you press this button here, all your Land Rover systems come along there. So you've mud, ruts, grass, gravel, snow, you've got an eco driving mode as well. These cars are super economical if you do use them on a long run. And I think that's about it for the inside, for the main features. Obviously USBs, USB-Cs all over the car, super connectivity. It's a really, really impressive car. It hasn't worn off. The shine of the new Defender for me hasn't worn off, and based on how popular they are, how many we see on the roads, it looks like the public still see them the same way that I do, which I think is brilliant. It deserves it. So the main highlighted moments for this car: silicon silver, full black pack, D250 XS Defender 110 on a 72 registration, so a 2022 on a 72 registration, 20 miles from new, delivery mileage with its full tank of fuel. It is ready to go. It's ready to be out on the road, ready to be enjoyed. My name is Matthew. I hope the video has helped. Thank you for watching.